That's us, man. 24/7.
You should expect the unexpected. I mean,
Make it known that this is all about being 100% authentic.
We are live now.
So, with that being said, let's jump right in.
Yes.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. So all right. So this is my thing. When Kat started wearing do rags in the beginning, it wasn't like something that was just like wildly accepted. I mean, you got to think about that. Now, Kat started wearing do rags. I mean, now if you look back at it, it's been a minute now, so it's widely accepted now to the point where if you see a dude out right now with a do rag on, it's a cool thing because you'll rock the do rag, throw it fitted over top, and just keep it moving. Now, with the bonnets, you know, young ladies or women were not wearing bonnets like that, so it's harder right now for everybody to jump on the bandwagon of accepting it because it's new to us. Now you sit there and you talk about this maybe 5, 10 years from now, it's going to be more than likely widely accepted where you see a young lady outside, she might be at the club with a bonnet on. I don't know. But it will be a lot more acceptable. Now, since it's new, I'm just saying, like, well, if you look at it, since it's new, a lot of people ain't feeling it. You know, it's just that thing where how fashion changes.
All right, so let's talk about the double standard.
Wait. Well, let's hear from Velvet. After Radamez, you done Radamez, or you?
Yeah, I'm just saying, and that's the double standard of it. Really, if you look at it, is that one's more accepted because it's been in fashion for so long. The other one is just coming into fashion, where ladies are starting to wear the bonnet more.
So you do, but you do. At some point, it's going to be accepted.
Right.
But you do acknowledge that it is a double standard, though.
It is, and it's more because it's new to everybody, and that's why it's a double standard for right now.
So Velvet, I want to ask this question.
Wait. Before you ask your question to Velvet, we do got our girl April. Who, I don't know why we can't see her face. I don't know why she's like not putting the camera on. But however,
well, hello. April is at the gym. I told Crystal that earlier, so I was trying to keep on mute because it's loud in here.
Thank you for joining us, April. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
You can still get on camera.
Right, you can still get on camera, April.
Yeah, April. I mean, it's
April. You don't have a bonnet on at the gym right now, do you?
Yeah, there she go.
April.
I'm mute, April. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
She's muted herself.
Oh, hold on. Bonnets are so inappropriate. You will never see me wear that out.
All right. Okay. So, all right. And with that being said,
so hold on, Velvet. This is the question I want to ask you as you give your response to it. Right? Okay. Do you feel like bonnets are a part of fashion for women, because Marcus described fashion for a do-rag? So when you think about a female wearing a bonnet out, do you feel like it's a fashionable thing, or is it more like what Devin? Because what Devin described didn't sound like fashion to me.
I think for most women, the purpose behind them wearing them is to protect their hair. You know, I think that's why when I see women out with them, the first thing that comes to my mind is that they probably just got their hair done. You know, they don't want to sweat it out. They don't want their curls. You know, maybe it's done for a particular reason. They don't want their hair messed up, that sort of thing. So I don't think it's a fashion thing. I don't think anybody's trying to be fashionable with a bonnet. I mean, though they are making bonnets in different styles and they're getting a little more creative in different colors, I don't think the purpose behind ladies wearing them out is to have a fashion statement. I think it is legit to cover their hair for a particular reason. Now, those reasons vary, but like in this young lady's case, maybe she had just messed up her hair and couldn't figure out a way to cover it up. You know what I'm saying?
My God, there's so many other ways.
Right?
Yes.
No, I agree. Now, you didn't ask me if I agree with it. You just kind of asked me that question, so I'm answering that.
Let me say this because y'all reiterated what I said about fashion. I'm pretty sure when they made do-rags, it wasn't for fashion. It was, to get your wave, get wavy.
Right.
We as Black people decided to make it
fashionable, yeah.
To sit there and make sure that do-rag is matching our fit. Because my man Dev got to match his fit from head to toe, from the socks on up. And
Right.
young ladies, even though they're going out here with the
I have not seen a bonnet that matched
Thank
their
you.
outfit yet.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
think
you,
it's,
Crystal.
I don't think the
Thanks,
ultimate
Crystal.
reason,
no,
I
it's
don't
not
think
the
the
ultimate
ultimate
reason.
reason is fashion. I
Hey,
don't.
No, it's
I
not
don't.
But
the
you know
ultimate.
what?
I think
But
it's
we as black people,
convenience. And
we
now,
take it there.
now I think when you really think about it, you have to understand what we go through as Black women to maintain our hair. It is a lot, and it is a lot more than other cultures and races. I mean, we put a lot of effort into this hair, you know what I'm saying? And it can easily get
Facts.
messed up in the elements, and we don't have that comeback hair like that. It's a process
That's
to get it to
facts.
where we got it. So
That's
I think
I kind of disagree
most of
with
the
that.
time when they wear
Okay.
it, that's the reason. Now, whether or not I agree with it is a different thing. I have never worn a bonnet outside of my house. Never have, not a day in my life. I have never done it. I have no plans on doing it anytime soon. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what color they are. I don't care how they're shaped, formed, or fashioned. I don't see myself wearing one outside of my home. I think that's more just about the way I was raised, the way I was taught how you carry yourself, the way people see you and perceive you is important. You want to make sure you look a certain way when you go out into the public. I was always told, you represent this household, you represent your mom, your dad, your people, your community. And see, I think that's the part that's missing here. I've been kind of watching this over the last couple of weeks unfold all online and the different opinions about it. But ultimately, what I am curious to know is, like you said, with do-rags, it started as, being more utilitarian. You had a reason for doing it, trying to keep your waist tight. And the bonnets were the same way for individuals who weren't using them for cultural reasons. It was the same purpose, to keep our hair tight at night so we don't sleep on it and mess up our curls or whatever. But I just think as a culture, we've probably gotten away from the idea that, when you go out in the public, number one, you represent your family, you represent yourself and what you think about yourself, but you also represent your community. And that used to be important. And I don't see it being as important now as it used to be. What I'm hearing the most is that people need to just mind their business. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Just kind of mind your business. And you're seeing that over and over and over again. But, there used to be this collective idea about the way we portray ourselves to the world. And it used to be collective. And
Right.
that's the part that's kind of missing for me. And it's a little confusing. And I don't know where that's gone in our culture. And I'm a little disappointed. And this kind of highlights it to me. So
Right. So, and I see where you're going with that, Velvet, but you're speaking from a very, I think, a common place for people coming from our era, right? So, April, I do want to hear what you have to say. I want you to share what you have to say, because I know that you're an active person. And Velvet spoke about, maintaining and protecting your hair through all of the elements. April, you can't work out as much as you do. And
I know. Okay, I have to
have that same concern. So what are your thoughts on that as far as that goes?
So I had to put the camera on this one. So I got what Marcus was saying about the do-rag with guys, but I still feel it's inappropriate for a man to be out in the streets with a do-rag on. If any man was to approach me with that on, I'm not even giving him the time of day. I'm just not.
All right.
As far as a female, and I get what she's saying about protecting hair, but you all that know me know I have naturally curly hair. Even if I don't have a perm and have to go and straighten and everything else, I have to worry about the elements too. But you're still not going to catch me out in the streets with a bonnet. You're just not. I'm just not going to do it. I'll figure it out when I get there. But like the young lady said, I do agree. It seems like it's become the norm. The same as with the pajamas and the big fuzzy slippers. It's like the norm. And you should be concerned about how you carry yourself. Your parents didn't go out in the streets like that. Your grandparents didn't do that. Your great-grandparents didn't do that. They all dressed the par. So we need to do better as people and not wear bonnets in the street. They're made for the nighttime, and that's where they should stay. That's just my opinion.
So real quick,
The biggest thing that we talk about is the generational gap between us and a lot of people that are younger than us.
Agree with that.
If you look at it with us, your grandmother, I'm just going back to the grandmother, your grandmother was like in her 50s or 60s when you were born. Some of these younger people, their grandmothers are in their 30s when they're born. So
True.
there's a huge
Sure.
gap in how they're being raised compared to how we were raised. And when you talk about, having respect for the community and everything, that's how we were taught.
All
We
right,
were
so
brought up like that.
hold on.
Yo, if you haven't, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow 5 Things Off the Wall on all platforms.